I'm back. Hi guys, welcome to Book Nerd Beauty. I am so excited to be back in this chair. I started this channel about a year ago exactly. Posted 2 whole videos and then ghosted YouTube. Reason being is I got pregnant. This was my second pregnancy, so it wasn't completely foreign to me, but I already don't handle pregnancy particularly well, but this one had some additional challenges that made it very, very difficult to read, let alone film anything. So because of the extra health issues that I was having and heightened anxiety about all of that, I just couldn't focus on a book. Honestly, anytime I tried to pick up a book, I just got nauseous. So yeah, I didn't read a single book throughout my pregnancy. And that was difficult. But you know what? Baby is here. She is just over 3 months old, so we're crawling out of the newborn trenches. And I'm back to reading. I am definitely in my audiobook era because, having newborn, chores, all that, it just makes it easier to walk around with headphones, listen when I can, so I can still get stuff done. So primarily I am back listening to audiobooks or immersive reading. Totally fine by me. That's the chapter we're in, and I'm good with it. I'm still consuming books and loving them. That's where I've been for a long time. I'm excited to get back into this, hopefully get into a routine with this. And I just want to talk about books and meet bookish people. So stoked to be back. Today, I wanted to go over my end of summer TBR. I am in Utah, so we are still in triple digits over here. Hate summer, excited for it to be over, but I am a seasonal reader, so I am enjoying the last of my summer reads. I primarily stick with, I like romances, I like summery thrillers. I'll read romantasy any time of the year, and fantasy. So those have been in there, and summery literary fiction. So I've been cruising my way through those. As of right now, like I said, I didn't read throughout my entire pregnancy. She was born on May 1st. So in the month of May, I read 4 books, and June and July actually were my most read months I think I've ever had. But like I said, audiobook makes it so I can listen to consume more. I read like 15 to 17 books each of those months. When she was born, I did set a goal of 50 books for the remainder of the year. Obviously, if I keep up at this pace, I will go well past that, but that's not really important. I'm just excited to be back into the flow of reading and back on YouTube. So those were the 2 main goals that I had, not really the number. So let's jump into my end of summer TBR. I have the lists on my phone. I kind of had a summer TBR to begin with, and I've been cruising through it. I've been doing really, really well with it. I have a lot of bookshelves around. I have stacks around me in my office over here, and my TBR is kind of mixed in with my bookshelves. Like I like to keep series together and everything like that. So some genres together. So it's kind of intertwined at this point, but I do have every once in a while just set my priority, what my mind's been lingering on, set those aside in a pile and pull from those. It definitely helps me to have a limited number to choose from rather than my entire TBR, because that gets overwhelming and then I just it's debilitating, right? It is too many choices. I can't handle that. Okay, let's go over what I want to read this last month of summer. When September is here, I am jumping into the fall reads. So basically August is anything that I have left that I would like to finish up for summer. I did also build a 26 books in 2026 TBR. Obviously not even touching a book until May. I don't expect to get through all of that, but again, it does give me kind of a focus, a limited number of books to kind of choose from to prioritize. So hopefully I can get a jump on those too. But I still haven't read Metal Slinger. It's been on my TBR since it came out. Emmy was the one that put it on my radar originally. Love her channel. Love her. Hopefully one day I'll get to meet her, but otherwise, if not, I'm still happy watching her from a distance. I get a lot of recs from her. I will put her channel up right here if you're interested in checking her out. She's just great. So Metal Slinger, I know the sequel just came out. It hasn't been getting the best reviews, but I always like to form my own opinion on series and things like that, because there are a lot of things that are polarizing that I end up enjoying. Sometimes I fall in the other camp. So never say never, unless a book is getting nothing but hate and then nobody seems to like it, then normally it will stand somewhat of a chance. So I like to give it a try. The Someday Garden by Ashley Poston, that's her new release for this year. I haven't read Ashley Poston for quite a while. The only two I have read are The Dead Romantics and 7 Year Slip, and I loved them both. She's very, very good at magical realism. And that one, the cover and everything, I haven't read too much on it, but it is giving end of summer vibes for me. So I'd love to give that one a shot too. And then another thriller on my list, The Woman in Cabin 10. This is by no means new. I believe it's set on a cruise ship. And yeah, cruises, I've been on a few of them in my lifetime. That just screams summer to me. So I'd like to include that thriller. Next two I have on hold from the library as well. No Matter What, Cara Stones. She's one of my favorite writers at this moment. Her romances, I love her writing, love her banter, and they really hit me in the feels. So she's one of my favorites at this point. I really love Promise Me Sunshine. I had that one on my TBR for a while and didn't pick it up for quite a long time. I really, really loved it. I read that earlier this summer. And First Time Caller. I know that one now has a sequel as well. I haven't read a BK Borison before. I would love to get to that one. Like I said, I have it on hold from my library right now. There is a Riley Sager. It's not his new one. It's not even one of his new ones. It's one of his older ones. I believe it's called The Last Time I Lied. Don't know much about it. I know that it's a thriller. Hello, it's Riley Sager, who I have really, really enjoyed, and has written one of my favorite thrillers, The Only One Left. And I believe The Last Time I Lied is set at a camp. I think that's the only thing I know about it. And if that's true, I love a summer camp story, particularly a thriller or a mystery set at a summer camp. That setting, just love it. I love it. It's almost as if the setting is a character all on its own, and you can like feel the heat on your skin and hear the sounds of the nature around you while you're reading it. It's like, if done correctly, you're watching a movie and you can like feel the setting. So I really, really love those. And I just purchased that one. So I'm hoping to get to that one as well. Right now, like I said, because I'm still in the first few months of getting back into the flow of reading, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. I'm not building I've got my TBR teapot right here, which I plan on starting to use it's full of prompts. Like I said, I started this channel and put a ton of prompts in here. I don't remember what's in here. I'm hoping to get to that next month and start making those videos for you. But right now, I'm just going off vibes. Like, I want to keep this flow going. I'm enjoying reading. I am just picking my books as I go and just going with my mood. And it seems to be working very well for me right now. So I'm really excited. Those are the only few that I have on my summer TBR at this point. I also have a in-person book club that I go to once a month with my friends. And what are we currently reading? We are reading When the Cranes Fly South by Lisa Ridzen. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. This is a Swedish translation, if I'm remembering right. I am enjoying it. I haven't read too many Swedish translations, just Fredrik Backman, who is one of my favorites. And I really, really love his style of writing. I know he's not for everybody, but I really love his work. My Friends is one of my favorites. I am in the middle of Beartown trilogy right now. I'm going to pick that one back up in the winter, but this is another Swedish author, and it follows an older gentleman whose wife has recently gone into a home, and it kind of is just slice of life going through how he is aging and his relationships with his son, and kind of the increased care that he is needing later on in life. I am enjoying it. I'm not like loving it right now. I think primarily because when it comes to stories about the elderly, it really, really hurts my heart when they are wronged in any way or hurting in any way. I know that a lot of the times that's part of the process, but it just really, it always has since I was younger, hurt my heart to read about that kind of stuff. And there are a couple plot points in this particular book that are just hitting hard. I mean, I've got my grandfather here in a home near us. It is a very good facility. He's almost 90 at this point, and we go see him regularly, good days and bad days, but it's hard to watch someone hurt and kind of lose their autonomy in life. You try to be there for them as much as you can, but it's just always difficult. And sometimes when I'm trying to read for escapism, it's hard to read stuff that's like close to home, you know? So this one, that's probably why I'm having a hard time. I've been reading it for quite a while at this point. Hopefully I will finish it in the next week or so. And I'll let you know what I think in a wrap-up video later on. I will slowly make my way through that one. I'm not trying to rush it or anything. I still have a few weeks before we meet up again for my book club. So we'll see. We'll see how that one turns out. Since I am just coming back, and I don't know really if the space has changed too much on YouTube, the booktube community or anything, but if there's anything that you guys want to see or just love to watch that I can incorporate into my videos, I'd love to know. I consume booktube on a regular basis, but if there's anything new or any book recommendations that you guys have or are planning to read in summer, drop it in the comments. I'm always looking for recommendations. I don't have too many people that talk about books with, except for my book club once a month. My husband's not a big reader. Occasionally he'll pick one up or I'll grab one for him that sounds interesting to him, but he's not a huge reader. I used to work before I had my second child. I worked at the library for a while. Loved that job. I'm no longer working there, but I still have friends there. And the best part about it was being around the books and talking to people who equally love books and recommending stuff to people who came in. So it gave me that outlet. And so now I'm hoping that this channel will become that new outlet for me. We'll see. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you guys like and subscribe this video. Help get my stuff into rotation. I want more people to see it so I can talk with more people about this kind of stuff. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.